Good. Good morning. Welcome to the Mumwell Public Library. My name is Joan. Today we're going to do a yoga practice. Since today is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, we're going to do a practice to help us with digestion. So it's not just digesting food, but it's digesting emotions that may be triggered because of a holiday. It could be things that past stuff that you're pulling up. It could be a multitude of things. So we're going to start seated. Sitting in any way that's a comfortable seated position for you. Sit up nice and tall, relax the shoulders back and down. Level the head so the chin is not up and the jaw is relaxed. And before we do anything, we're gonna breathe. So take 3 breaths at your own rate and ask yourself, how am I today? Inhaling and exhaling. And bringing yourself to a place so that you're fully present in this moment. And now touch your thumb to your ring finger and just rest your hands gently in your lap. This is your lung point. And so now for the next 3 breaths, see if you can deepen the breath. Connecting to the inhale and the exhale. And asking yourself to release whatever it was that you did before you came here so that you're fully present in this breath at this moment and at this time. One more big deep breath. Relax the eyes, the frowning. There's a lot of frowning, so relax the frowning. Now touch your thumb to your pinky finger. This point attaches or connects to your emotional, spiritual body. So holidays are a wonderful thing, but they can also be triggers. Triggers for whatever, anticipation, happiness, sadness, frustration. It doesn't really matter. It can also bring you joy, peace, contentment. So in this place right here, you want to breathe in and out gratitude. So you want to focus on the sensation of all the ways in which your life is rich. All the ways in which you are living in a place of abundance. All the ways in which you are allowing yourself to be true to your true self. And letting go of any kind of negative, cyclical, worrisome thoughts so that you're only focusing on filling yourself from the inside out with things that bring you contentment, confidence, courage, peace, healing, and ease. And one big long breath here. And then releasing that, just move your fingers, thumb to your middle finger, and that connects to the heart. So we want to fill ourselves up with gratitude, but we also want to surround ourselves with love, which is the highest vibration, a word, a highest vibration word, and all the things you love. The things you treasure about yourself, your family, your friends, your home, your world. Only focus on the things that you love. Beautiful flower, your garden, whatever it is, and breathe here. And set yourself up now for success. The success of feeling contented in this moment, in this breath, balanced, rooted, and supported. And then touch your thumb to your index finger and imagine your whole torso. Now, this is going to connect to everything you need to digest. So what do you need to digest? What's some old stuff that needs to go? something that recently happened, anticipation of a holiday that's yet to come. So you're just going to breathe here and give yourself permission to digest the things that need to be digested and released. The good, the bad, the neutral, the happy, the sad, the whatever. Breathe. And as you breathe in and you breathe out, relaxing your shoulders down and away from your ears. Softening your throat, the space around your eyes, the center of your belly. And now you're just going to bring your thumb into your palm and you're going to close your fingers. This time roll the palms up. And this is to connect to calmness in the center of your being. So if we want to digest, we need to be calm. We need to set our bodies up to be a receptacle to receive calmness. So you breathe in, squeeze the thumb gently, take a breath in, exhale softly, release it, let the breath out. Now you're going to blow out like you're blowing out a candle. So you're going to inhale through the nose, and then release the squeeze and blow out the candle. 2 more, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And now just bring your hands to your knees and we slowly and gently stir the pot. So a nice slow circle. So all the stuff that we've already activated and released, we want to move it out. We want to feel the sensation of moving around center, letting go of anything that needs to be shifted out. And you just do at least 3, but if you feel the need that you need more, feel free. But whatever the number is, just try to keep track so you can do the same number on the opposite side. And then when you pause at the back, when you're ready, you pause. And again, nice and slow. There's no rush in this. We want to give our body time to process and connect to the spirit, the subtle body, the emotional body, your intellectual body, your physical body, and just kind of roll around. And then when you're ready, you come back up to center. And now notice, just do a little assessment. Feel your posture, feel your shoulders, notice the breath. Then we're going to twist. So we want to wring out. So just a gentle twist, tuck your chin. Relax through the neck. And then twist opposite side and take a breath. And soften the neck. And then just keep the left hand down, right hand out, and just sweep. So we're just going to sweep up and bring it down. And see if you can track with your eyes. Inhale, lift up, exhale. Make it a dance, a flow of moving out anything that's in the shoulder capsule that needs to go. We're just releasing under the arm. Breathe. Feeling that sense of flexibility. Last one. And then when you bring it down, you're going to switch. And you just kind of roll. Feel that movement diagonally. Moving your eyes and your hand gently with the breath. Noticing maybe what this side doesn't necessarily feel the same as the other, without judgment. We hold a lot of things under the arm, a lot of lymphatic fluids, so we want to especially pay attention to moving that out. And one more after this. And then come to center, hands on the floor, and just rock it out. Just a little gentle rocking, shifting out, keeping your head an extension of the spine, and noticing how the lower back feels. Breathe. Good. And then when you come back to center, just extend the legs, give them a little break. and the feet are flexed, and you feel. Now, you have a lot of digestion points on the side of your thigh. So I'm going to take my 3 fingers, I'm going to start at my hips, and I'm just going to press down. When I hit a tender spot, I'm going to massage it. And notice if one side feels the same as the other. And I just keep moving down right along where the IT band is, and I just massage out, and then I kind of glide back up and do it again. And I want to see all those spots that I may not even be aware of. So come all the way down, hips to knees, and bring it all the way down, and then come back and slide up again and do another round. So slide it all the way down. And then when you come back up, just use the base palm of your hand and just massage here. Nothing on the knees, just massaging out anything that may feel tight here. Good. Now we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and just a little butterfly. So I'm going to bring my hands to hold at the ankles. I'm going to sit up nice and tall, a little pulse, small. Don't overwork the psoas, just enough to release through the hips. We hold a lot of stuff in our hips, so we want to release that. And breathe. And then pause. Inhale, knees come up, and I curl, and I take a big breath, and I stretch it back, and then I inhale and lift up. And I exhale, and I curl it back, and I feel that rippling up through the spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Feel that release straight up. Front and back of the body, and just release it out at your own rate. Make it what works for you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. Come to neutral. Bring your arms around and just rock here. So settling into your sitting bones, feeling balanced and supported. And rocking it out. Good. Now, your option could be stretch out your legs right here. Give them a little break. Sitting up nice and tall, flex your feet. Take a breath. Your option, if you need a block or if you have a block, you can take your block. If you have 2 blocks, you can stack them. Now, if you want, you can let your head rest right on the block, or you can bring your legs back in and come forward. You pick what you want, and just give yourself a moment to settle here, relaxing through the face. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, or you can't get down that far, you can prop your arms on your legs and just hold your forehead. You just want to connect to that forehead and release any kind of negative, repetitive, cyclical thoughts that may be floating around in there. And breathe. Now, if you want, you can roll your head, but you don't have to. But you really want to pay attention to softening the jaw, relaxing through the cheekbones, softening down the length of the cervical spine. So this little forward fold is going to create a little release through the center of your body. And then pause and bring it up. And take a breath. Let's see how you feel. Good. Take the block now flat. And again, your legs can be long or your legs can be crossed. And if you need to, you can cross opposite leg if you feel you want to try that. And you're just going to bring your arms, hands to the block and rock here. And gentle breathing, rocking, releasing, softening. Good. Release and come back up. Nice long legs, and just lift a hip and just rock it out a little bit. Use your heel as a pivot. So you can just rock out through the sitting bones. You can use your arms if you want, just to create some more balance and support. Good, come to center. I'm gonna bring that right leg in. My left arm is gonna come out in line with my hip, and I'm just gonna roll. So I can roll into that left side body. So I wanna twist out anything that's stuck in the waistband. If you're on the opposite side, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because we're gonna do both sides. Now, release that into the number 4. If you need to, you can always put a block underneath your leg. Legs an extension of the hip, and you can release that arm and sit up nice and tall and take a breath. Good. Now, when you release this leg, you're gonna slide it straight down, and then when you release it, see if it's just a little bit longer. And then we're going to swing to the other side. So I'm gonna bring that opposite leg. So if you're on the opposite side from me, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna breathe here. Hand comes right out from the hip, and I rock here. Now see if you can feel into that side of the hip a little bit that we just massaged. Opening through the pelvic girdle, keeping the shoulders down and away from the ears. Be careful if you have knee or hip replacements and this doesn't work for you, then you make your own adjustments. Good, one more. And now release that leg like the bottom of the tree pose, and you breathe. Let that leg soften. Feel that sensation of rooting through the bottom of the foot. And then release that foot, slide it all the way down, and hopefully it's the same in length. And then you bring your legs up, legs as wide as the mat. So widen your legs. If your legs are too close together, you have no space to open the hip flexors. So we're gonna rock it. Now you can make it as big or as small as you need it to be. And you roll onto the inside, outside edges of the feet. Good. Come back to center, legs together, little tiny rocking. And breathe. Good, slide your legs. Now, prop your hands, so your hands can be toward your body or it can be away. It's whatever's best for your wrists. Sit up nice and tall. Don't overthrow by lifting up too high. So nice and level, and release through the heart. Feel the shoulders move down and away from the ears. So the shoulders are squeezing on the back, and your body is nice and tall, and then soften it. And feel the rise and the fall of the breath. Relaxing the throat. And releasing through the heart and the throat that internal chatter that goes on that says, oh, I'm not good enough at this, this person's better than me, whatever. Just let that all go, because you are who you are at this moment, and that is enough. Good, take another few cleansing breaths, really paying attention to your feet. So flexing your feet, feeling the arch of your foot. Now release and keep your posture. Now, we want to get to the arch of your foot, so if you need to, you can always use a block as support. But if you're comfortable, you can bring the leg over into a variation of your pigeon. Now, from the base of the big toe to the whole length of the arch, these are all your digestion points, large and small intestine. So we're going to take our knuckles and we're going to massage up and down. Now, if you have plantar fasciitis, if you have neuropathy, you have poor circulation, you have arthritis, You have poor digestion. You may find this is very tender here. So you want to just massage it out. Good. You're going to take your thumb and start from the heel and run it all the way up to the big toe. And then you just go to the second toe, run up. Now, if you're doing this at home and you have some cream, it works even better. But we're working with what we got, so make it work for you. Come all the way up, all the way up. And now with your hand, base of your hand, you're just going to massage into the arch of the foot. So massage out anything that feels tender in there. Make sure you come up to the ball of the foot. Right at the base of the foot, right here is your solar plexus point. So you want to make sure you give some attention to that. And the heel is your pelvic girdle. So give a little massage at the heel. Good. And then release. And you may find that that leg's a little different again. And then you do the opposite side. So you're, again, with your knuckles, you're massaging out the arch of your foot, because firm as you need to be. Notice all sensations you've already activated in the foot you just did. Then you're going to take your thumb and you're going to run it up, heel to each toe. If you come to a spot that's particularly uncomfortable, give it a little more attention. You can do it a few times if you need to. And then you're going to massage with the heel of your hand right at the arch, up and down the sole of the foot. So remember, especially now in the season of winter, coming up to winter, we need our feet, ankles, knees, hips to move forward. And we want longevity, because good, strong, flexible legs promotes longevity, and we want stability. Release that leg, let it go. Now, massage the sides of your legs again, see if they feel a little different. Good. Now we're going to activate some more points. So we're going to come up onto our hands and knees. We're going to tuck our toes into the mat so we can stretch through the toes. This is going to release head, neck, throat, shoulders, and the tips of the toes, sinuses. Knees and hips are in alignment. Now we're just going to stretch. Now when I stretch back and forth, really feel that stretch through the bottoms of the feet, so that fascia that we've already massaged in the bottoms of the feet will get now a little deeper stretch. Head's an extension of the spine, so don't let it move down low. You want to keep it nice and level. And then when you come to the back and you sit back into your heels and you just rock it out just a little bit. Now sometimes your pinky toe can get out of the way, so you might have to move it. And just rock it out right here. Good. Bring yourself back. This time you're going to flatten the feet. So oftentimes this space is very tight right at the front of the dorsal. So we want to rock this out, and you bring it as high or as low as you need it to be, and you stretch it out. Because you want to be able to, digestion is, as I've said, not just about food, it's about being able to move forward. Now when you are ready, you can sit back as low as you can go and you rock here. And this is going to shift out from the knees, the shins, front of the ankles, top of the foot. Just try to press the toenails into the mat. Good. And breathe and come back up. Now, we're going to come right into a dog and cat, but we're going to hold it. So I'm going to tuck my toes so I can go right up into my cat. I want to feel like my belly button is in a thread, and it's going to curve up into the spine. Neck relaxes, and I breathe here. Contract the belly muscles in. Don't hold the breath. And then exhale And inhale, lift the opposite way and hold it for just a few breaths here. You're still breathing. And then you slowly reverse. And then release it when you're ready and feel that movement through the belly. You're curling up into the center of the belly. You're arching the back. You're creating flexibility, and a few arches here releases the length of the spine. One more set. And last one. And then when you're ready, I'm going to keep my toes tucked. Inhale. Exhale, release, and just go right into the flow of the cat and dog. I tuck my toes and I lift up. I exhale, I flatten my feet. So I make it as big or as small as I need it to be. And I release in and out with the breath. And when you come back to neutral, flatten your back. We're going to widen the knees. I'm going to grab a block if I have it so that I can come into a lifted child's pose. So my head comes onto the onto the block, and my heels come as low as I can to my buttocks and heels connect, and my arms come forward. Don't overstretch. And breathe. So this is all about the head, the heart, the belly connection. Releasing through the spine, softening the busyness of the mind, softening the space around the throat so you can speak words to yourself and to others that are healing. Relaxing into the heart space, creating peace, calmness, and balance. And then asking your body to digest the things that you treasure and release the things that create stress, fear, worry, tension, and anxiety. Your body cannot live in both spaces at the same time. So you have to release one in order to get the positive energy back into the spaces where you're holding negativity. And you breathe. Now, you can stay right here, or you can release the block and widen your legs if that's comfortable for you, and totally melt yourself into your mat. So now the front of the body's in darkness, the back of the body's in light. And just let whatever needs to be absorbed by the earth go. So if you want, you can visualize a place in nature that you love. And keep breathing and soften it. So if you need to shift or move, or you find your body softens and lengthens, that's what you do. Relax the face. Good. Slide your hands back to frame the face. Now, we want to also open the shoulders, but this is also a pose that's great for digestion. So I'm going to take my left arm and slide it forward, left arm props, and I can stay right here, or I can go right into threading the needle. My head can rest on a block, or it can go right onto the floor. It's whatever's most comfortable for you and for your neck. So roll here and soften the arm and twist out. Twist out the stuff you hold on your shoulders. Release the stuff underneath the shoulder blades. Soften under and into the ribs. Expanding the breath through the lungs. Relaxing the side of the face that's on the floor so you're not clenching, you're softening. And you breathe. Couple breaths here. And then slide that extended arm back. Gently lift yourself up. And before we go to the other side, just rock a little bit. And just see how that feels. Sometimes we don't even know we're holding tension in a particular spot. Now you're not going to move. I'm just going to turn myself around and opposite side. So right arm is forward. I can use my block. My left arm can prop and I can sink as low as I need to, or it can go all the way through into threading the needle. Be mindful if one side of your body is more tender than the other, or you have an injury. And you breathe, and you notice how this side feels. One side doesn't necessarily feel the same. Feel this sensation of wringing out, twisting out, releasing. The extended arm is grounding. The arm that's threading underneath is receiving. The heart is sinking into the earth. The back is getting a lengthening. The hips are softening, releasing, opening. Side of the face has got to soften, unclench, release, relax, and breathe. And allow your heart rate to slow. And then slide your arm back and come back up gently. Take your time. And again, just rock a little bit. See how you feel here. Invite your body to release diagonally. Good. Now I'm going to transition myself because I would like to stand up. So I'm going to bring my knees to parallel, come back up onto my table, bring my right foot forward, and then tuck the back toes so I can step into my forward fold and let it hang. So forward folds are also great for stretching the backs of the legs, but also for releasing the nervous system. So let it all just kind of drain out. You can make it as high or as low. So if you want to keep it high and your head extended, that's absolutely fine. You go only where it's comfortable for you. And then when you're ready with the breath, you inhale and ripple up. And take your time. And stand hip distance apart, which is your two fists. And roll the shoulders and see where you are here. See if you feel like you release through the shoulders. Your legs are strong but not locked at the knees. You bring the breath up. You let it out. So you're doing it with awareness. Inhale up. Exhale out. One more. Now, I'm going to take my thumbs and touch them. I'm not clasping my hands. One hand comes over the other. Thumb comes to the base of the sternum. I lift up and shoulders back. And right here, I want to digest. So I move down on the left and up on the right. And I want to move out anything that needs to shift. Now you want to do this before you eat, especially if you eat combinations of food that can create triggers. And then you can also do it, but not right away. Give yourself a few hours to do after you eat. Now when I come down, I'm going to go right to the right and I'm going to massage right here, this inguinal spot right here. Just a little massage, or you can do a little circle, whatever works for you. And then make sure you get to the other side. And then right at the base of the belly, just kind of massaging this out right here. And then we're going to come right up to the center. We're going to push gently down, up and down. Not hard, just gently. You want to encourage movement. And then I'm going to separate my hands and go a little wider. You do at least 3, and then a little wider. and then up under the ribs. Good, and then right at the hip creases. Little fists, small, thumbs are out, tap. Soften the knees. Right a little lower, right here at the hip creases. Breathe. Good. Now I also want to open up the lung point, so I'm going to release the right hand, and right here is lung. So this opens up not only the lung point, but releases anger, frustration, fear, worry, tension, anxiety. So whatever you got going there, you just want to release it. And opposite side. Oops, sorry. And then center of the chest. So you want to just use your fingers pretty firmly here. Tap, tap, tap. Soften the shoulders, release it. Shake it out, and now swing. Make it as big or as small. You can add a bounce if you want or not. You're moving around center, you're moving it all out. Good, now I'm going to tap, opening the door of life. So open a new door, the door of possibility, awareness, pure potentiality, opportunity, positivity, healing, creativity, problem solving. Opening up into courage and confidence. Good, and then shoulders and hips. And just move it all out. And then repeat, just like 2 empty coat sleeves here. And then shake it out. Little wider stance, and now hula hoop around. And just feel the sensation that you're really softening the joints. You're moving around center. Nothing can knock you down. You just get out of the way. And when you're ready, you reverse. So you want to do it at least 6 times. You can do more if you want. Good, and then shift right to left. Knees are over the toes. Nice tall posture. Don't let yourself fall forward. You want to keep yourself here so you're not depleting yourself. Good, now we're going to add the arms. Just a small little rocking. Good. You can make it bigger if you want. Good, one more on each side. And then pause. Now we're going to hands right to the knees, rock it out. Good. If you're comfortable, you can bring it lower and hold here. Now, whenever you come here and you hold your arms or your forearms, this is a mudra for removing obstacles. So if you feel like you have a challenge or an obstacle and you need to shift it out, feel free to do it. And then pause, sink the tailbone, bring it up. Inhale, lift up. And down. And up. And down. And breathe it up. And down. And up. And down. And one more up. And when you bring it down, just release it. Hang forward any amount and shake it out. Wiggle it out, move it out. Good. Inhale, lift up. Hula hoop around. Three, and then we're going to reverse. 1, 2, 3. Shake it out. Stand hip distance. Bring yourself right into your Tadasana, our mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift up through center. You want to feel like you have all this space between your belly button and the base of your sternum, and your pelvic girdle tucks. And you breathe. Sink the shoulders down. And feel like you're just lifting up out of the crown of your head. Now, if there's anything else, as you're standing here, see if you feel like you're in or out of balance. You should feel like your hips and your shoulders are in alignment. And if not, you wiggle until you feel that you are. And then anything else you need to release. We're going to just rotate the fingers. Just imagine I'm drawing a line from the center of my eyebrows like a big V, and I'm going to tap out any unnecessary thoughts that I hold in there, old, new, and anything else in between. Soften the shoulders and breathe. Tuck your chin and do the back of your head. It comes back to the back of the cervical spine, and then gently widen, lift up gently. And release all this right here. So you're digesting thoughts that don't need to be carried around in there. Bring your elbows in, tap your forehead. Breathe. Ask for inspiration, a new thought, clarity, creativity, problem solving, confidence, courage. Good. Pause and see what you feel. Now we're going to transition back down because we have to rock this out that we just did. So we're going to roll back down onto the mat. Come onto our back body. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself some space between your legs. Hold below the knees and bring your torso to your thighs and your thighs to your torso. And breathe. Wiggle your toes. Pedal your feet. And then when you're ready, you can rock. Small little rocking. So we're massaging out all that stuff we just did. And relax your face and soften your jaw and your cheeks, your teeth, your throat, your ears, the back of your head. Good. Bring your feet up into your happy baby and rock it out here so you get the benefit of an inversion. Feet are flexed. You can make it as big or as small as you need it to be. Good. Stretch your legs as straight as you can. Point and flex your feet. So get some nice circulated blood back down to the torso, because now this oxygenated blood is going to aid in digestion. It's going to fill the heart. It's going to have those oxygen bubbles moving around in there. Point one foot, flex the other. Roll your feet around at the ankle. And reverse your circle. Good. Widen your legs, big V, rock it out. Good. I'm going to hug that right leg in as close to the torso as I can and let that left leg float all the way to the floor. So let the heel rest and stretch this all out right here. Soften the shoulders down. Lift and tuck the chin. Take a big breath here. And then you're going to lift that leg with intention back up and switch to the other side. Left leg in, right leg floats down. Take a breath. Nice big stretch here. Relax the shoulders. Good. Bring both knees into the chest, arms out, letter T, and we twist.
Keep the head at neutral, so we want to twist out anything else that needs attention. You can make it as big or as small as you need it to be, but you don't want to take your shoulders off the mat. And breathe. Now when you come back to the right side, pause as low as you can. Now if you need to, and you need to put a block there to hold your legs, that's fine, you can do that, why not? Breathe. And then knees come to center, and we go the other way and take a breath. Good, and then come back to center, feet to the floor, rock it out. Bring your arms to cactus arms and just open up through the shoulders a little bit. Little windshield wipers. So the heels are on the mat, the toes are off at an angle, and you're just rocking this all out. Good. Soles of the feet together, and now rock here like you're in a boat. I'm going to bring my hands underneath my head, and I'm just going to keep my elbows on the floor, and I'm just going to rock gently from side to side. Good. When I come back to center, I'm going to slide my legs and my arms long, go into a full body stretch. Take a big breath right here. Stretch it all out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Now, as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, I'm going to sit up so you can see. But you're going to do just what we did before. You're going to touch your thumbs, one hand over, it doesn't matter. You're going to come right to the sternum, and you're going to massage down on the left, up on the right. So you want everything to get moved out. More is better. And we want to just soften it out. Breathe. Bring your knees into your chest. Now you're going to cross your one foot over the ankle and do a little pelvic tilt here. So we're just massaging out some more. 2, 3, and then reverse. 1, 2, 3, and switch your crossing of the foot, and 3 the other way. 1, 2, 3, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, and then when you come back up, so you can come into your happy baby, you can extend your legs long, you can do a big V, whatever you want, and just get a little inversion here. So all that oxygenated blood comes back. Now, if you want to go into the full expression of the pose, you can hold the inside of your feet, you can hold the outsides of your feet, you can go into yoga toe lock, you can rock it out. You pick what you want, or you can keep your hands right behind the backs of your knees and just rock it out here. Now, pause, and we're going to shake. So we want to activate the nerve endings and get rid of fatigue. So we shake and 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 keep shaking, and then full body stretch. Now, we're going to quickly come into our Shavasana. So if there's a particular pose you need to do, you need to rock some more, you need to go into a bridge pose, you need to twist it out, you need to move your legs. You pick what you want, and if you're fine, you just settle yourself into whatever's a comfortable Shavasana position for you. So your legs can be extended, your legs can be bent, you can roll on your side body, you can sit up, you pick whatever it is that's going to work for you. And then once you settle, if you're in a position and you decide this isn't comfortable anymore, don't wait for me, just change it. Change the position, change the pose, move your body
into a better spot if that's what you need. Now, it is said that the highest sound in the universe is Om. And that's the first sound a baby hears in utero. And it's the last sound we hear before we transition out of our earthly plane. So we want to just breathe right here and allow this sound of Om to permeate our mind, our body, our heart, our spirit, so we can get this deep sensation in our parasympathetic nervous system of resting and digesting. I have nowhere to go and I have nothing to do except at this time to pause, to connect, to release anything else that needs attention, to digest anything else that no longer serves me, to feel that sensation of peace in my thoughts, in a mind that's calm and can reflect with ease and objectivity, in a heart that is calm and relaxed and peace-filled, in a body that is warm and strong and flexible, with an intention that I am taking care of myself from the inside out. And feel like you're just in this little cocoon, and maybe give the cocoon a color. And let all the parts of the practice that we did today find a place to land. I am resting and I am digesting. I am breathing in and I am breathing out. I am relaxed, I am at ease, and I am home within my true self. And as you breathe in and you breathe out, right here, give yourself a compliment. Today I am, and be honest, only in a positive way. Today I'm great. I am at ease, I'm healing, I'm rested, I am flexible, doesn't matter, pick. And then today I feel, and how do you feel now that's different in a positive way? And then today I know, and what do you know now? I know that I am digesting so that I can move forward into the rest of this day and week. You pick what you want. And today and every day, I am surrounded with the gift of love. I know love, I feel loved, I am loved. And I am love. So as you breathe in here, ask yourself to think a new thought. clear thought. And then as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, as you begin to deepen your breath, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, maybe roll your head a little bit from side to side. Begin to deepen your breath, go into a full body stretch with a huge yawn. Yawn it out, sigh it out, moan it out, do whatever you gotta do. Stretch it all out, wiggle it all out. And then bring your knees into your chest when you're ready and rock it out. And as you rock it out right here, bring your arms and your legs back up and shake it out. So release anything else that needs attention. Shake and shake and shake and shake and shake and shake and shake. Bring your knees and give yourself a big hug into your legs. Rock if you choose, you don't have to. And then full body stretch one more time. Stretch it all out. And then when you're ready, you roll to whatever side calls to you. So if you have digestion issues, I would suggest you roll left, but if it doesn't matter, you can pick the one you want. And make sure you support your head and your neck with your arm or a prop. And then when you're ready, you sit up gently, head comes up last, and take a breath. And then stir. Nice, slow stirring of the pot. 2, 3, and when you come to the back of this rotation, you pause and reset. 1, 2, 3, and then pause. Take a big stretch, lift up. Exhale, curl back. Twist to the right. Twist to the left. One arm down, one arm over. Opposite side. Both arms up. Touch your fingertips, soften. And bring to yourself that gift that you are who you are for a reason. And that wherever it is that you are home. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy the rest of your week. Feel good. Drink plenty of water, okay? You need some protein, and I'll see you next time.